Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road 100, and today we are going to look at the mathematically value of how you can approach a one-shot for the Skull King on max difficulty, and this can apply to any and all stars of difficulty that you are going up against. So today we are going to have a little bit of trickery here with Rush of Blood and Vow of Ichor. You can use Max Ichor Boost or Vow of Ichor. I just prefer to have the little bit of extra buffer, but the Vow of Ichor makes this all work. So what you'll want to do is the understanding here of how the multipliers work in Vein, and since here we have nothing to do with light or dark gifts, we don't have Bridge of Glory or Bridge to Glory because of the fact that Adrenaline actually is a 10% multiplier and Reaper is a defense reducer for Greg here, the Skull King, and categorically, mathematically, these two together are much more effective versus this boss specifically than using Bridge to Glory here. So because Bridge to Glory is an additive which does not play nice with all the multipliers, it only plays with good things like Swift Destruction and some others like Final Journey sort of, and so there's some very interesting interactions here that we have to take into account. And so what we are looking for is all of the multipliers that continue to work together. So remember that for this boss fight we have 152,100 HP to consume here in one hit, and so with this weapon where we are at sitting at 2226, we need to make sure that we have a damage value that hits over about 26,000 with Reaper active while using Steadfast Strike and having quick mobility. So let me show you kind of the order here of how things will play out, and then you can kind of rinse and repeat how you wish to do it. So this is a bit bonkers of how you can stack up the multipliers and make such a kill possible. Now, I have not actually personally done this yet with this build or with this weapon. As you can see on the map, I have not gone into the area here, so I have not seen or calculated the amount of damage that it actually will do against Greg. So this is all paper math here, and so let's go ahead and see what the value is, and then we can actually start looking at what the values of the multipliers are. Okay, and one more and one more if we can. No, we cannot. That's okay.
Shall we?
Okay, and one more. Yep, and we'll get Louis. And then at this point you want to switch to Vow of Ichor, take that, and then switch to Steadfast Strike, and then we will want to use a mobility booster, and then we look at our damage value, 26,304. So keep that number in mind, 26,304. And so if we switch Adrenaline out with Bridge to Glory, we will have to do some swapping in these gifts. So let's start over, and you will see the difference that a multiplicative value can make versus an additive value. So 26,304, remember that. And so we need to get over 26,300 to make sure that we get the 152,100 HP consumption on the one shot. So keep these in mind as we attempt the run of gifts here again. So let's go again. Okay, oops. Okay, now switch and switch and one more.
Good to be with you.
Okay. And then we switch to Val, get this, and now we would switch to here and then get So 25, 584. So it is about 800 or so, 700 damage less, which this value here with the multipliers will not get you over 152,100 damage. So this is the kind of showcase here of the damage values of a multiplicative value versus an additive value. So definitely go with adrenaline in this case, simply because of what we have here. Now, even if you add in Bridge to Glory here and take out Reaper, the problem is that Reaper is a multiplicative value, because it will allow you 3.75 more percent damage to the Skull King, and adding in the value from your light value is only adding about like 5-ish% of your damage, sort of around, no, actually it's a little bit less, it's like 2 or 3%, something like that, but then you have to overcome the extra 3.5%, so it's a net negative of like 4 or 5%, somewhere around there. And so having Bridge to Glory here actually hurts you with this level of the game. So with that in mind, let's test this out and see how we fare against Greg, and if we can indeed get a one-shot, because this weapon, right, is the monster of them all. So remember the rule of thumb: you never approach a boss here with a cutscene with your gifts active, because they run in the background. So we will run into the cutscene and then we will missile route back, because we do not want any of our gifts taken time off of them, because we are on a super time clock here. So see, he is standing there and he will turn around slowly, and during that time we can wind up our steadfast strike and we can take him down. So ready, and 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, now we have to kind of do all this while we are running here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see time is quickly running out here. Good, and Louis gave us his overdrive, so we will absolutely get over the threshold here.
Here we go.
And 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Greg. So that is how you can mathematically prove to yourself that the amount of damage that you are doing is indeed a little bit high. And even without Louis' overdrive, we would have indeed killed him. But Louis put us way, way, way over the top there with his 25%, and that brings us to 86 stars. So Louis' extra overdrive there brought us to a grand total of 187,000 roughly HP damage cost, so about 30,000 HP more than Greg is packing here at the end of the game. So if we were going against the Virginborn, we could also strike that one down in one shot if we were to basically hit almost any part of its body as well. It's best if you hit the head, but with this build, and again, bringing overdrive, or adrenaline to the table rather than Bridge to Glory, it's just mathematically the much better path to go. Now, you can actually trade adrenaline for Bridge to Glory if Louis gives you his stack of overdrive. If he does not give you his stack of overdrive, you will not get the kill. If you take his overdrive, then you will still get the kill. So let me show that here. So let's go ahead and rest, and we'll hit Greg again with a Bridge to Glory instead of adrenaline. So again, this is also bad because you will lose your extreme multipliers here of the strength and dex versus dex and mind only. So keep that in mind. And if you have to do something else like one of these other mind ones here, you will lose the strength version. So that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so as we go through this here, let's get going. And Louis, you always want to do Jack first. Always, always, always. Okay. Good, we got bridge going. So then we will want to do this. And then we want to switch back for the veil. Okay. Hopefully we did not mess this up. Okay. Okay. Louis did indeed give us his overdrive, which is nice. Okay. And 3, 2, 1. And you can still indeed get the kill here on Greg, which is fine, but that's only because Louis gave us his overdrive for us to actually get the kill. If you don't get Louis' overdrive, you will have a big reduction in your damage, and you won't be able to secure the kill for a one-shot. Well, you'll still get the kill, but you won't secure the one-shot kill with the Argent Wolf King Blade. So this is a fantastic way to show off the end of this weapon and what you can do with it, and how you can make an impact on whatever boss you're really going up against. And once you kind of get this all in play, you just kind of pack this. You just kind of pack this build here for the rest of the game, and then you can just steamroll every single boss, and there really is no more fight in vain at all, because this build right here will secure a one-shot kill on each and every boss throughout Vayne. The Blade Bearer and Cannoneer is the sort of fairly one exception to this, but you saw how fast we sliced through them with a non one-shot variant of this build, and we were able to secure that quite nicely, simply and easily. So if you're going for something of this style here, mark this video, mark this build, and you will absolutely slaughter each and everything. Now, if you don't have the DLC and you don't have Rush of Blood, you can always bring in a Blood Blend. Just make sure that you apply it towards the end, so you have enough Ichor after you've used Jack and you've gone through and used Final Journey. So make sure it's after that application, and you can just keep Vow of Ichor, so there's nothing to switch here. So make sure you apply it at the correct time in order to take full advantage of it. But with that in mind, we are finished with 86 stars, the Argent Wolf King Blade, and now you know why I do not use this weapon very much in the Road to 100 here, because it is just a game killer. It's a boss weapon that has secured its place at the top of what Vayne has to offer, basically, and it just demolishes and slaughters everything and anything in its path, and it truly is an end game piece of equipment that absolutely murders the entire rest of everything the game has to offer. So if you're looking for a weapon, play through Vayne and get the Argent Wolf King Blade, and then just have a fun time smacking everything in your path as you go through the game yet a second time. It really is a treat to have this weapon, and it can just go crazy bonkers with the amount of multipliers that you can possibly get, and it makes for a real treat to play through the game with this weapon. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this journey through 85 stars, and we'll be starting up 86 stars here soon. So you guys take care, have a great day, bye.